Alrighty, restarting the stream. Sorry about that. I had my lovely headphones connected. I'm just gonna disconnect them. These bad boys are the best, the lightest, the limited edition blue. They just sound incredible. Cool. Alright, well, let's try the stream again. Now I've kind of had an attempt at the thought process. Currently at the Vineyard Hotel, which is a very nice hotel in Cape Town, in the back of Table Mountain. And I am experimenting with lighting and playing around with some new devices. Hey Harry, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for letting me know about the audio. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna add him as a moderator. Here we go. Managing moderator. Here we go. Well, it's good to meet you. We'll talk probably after the stream. So this is the hotel room. It's pretty decent, not really my style in terms of the interior design, but the things this place does well is just nature. And we've got just Table Mountain is out here and the sunrise is going to be epic. So the real content of this stream that I wanted to just bang out is this meme that keeps going around among people. Oh, money doesn't make you happy. And I couldn't really comment on the meme because, quite frankly, for most of my 20s I was in debt. I put so much energy and money I had and then money I didn't have into so many ideas that were so bad that I lived most of my 20s in a near catatonic state of fear of credit card notifications and bank notifications on my phone. And I still have kind of post-traumatic stress disorder for whenever Wells Fargo says there's not enough money in the bank and I have to, rejiggle some crypto, move some things around. And this kind of only ended towards my late 20s where my net worth hit zero and then finally started to climb. And let me tell you, now I'm in my mid-30s, money is fucking awesome. Money is great. Money is incredible. I love spending it. I love earning it. I love investing it. I love donating it. I love giving it to people. I love sharing it with people. I love buying things with people. I love doing things with people. I love flying around the world. I love staying in nice hotels. I love staying in a garden, on someone's floor. I love being able to fly anywhere I want. I love being able to tell anybody I want, I don't want to work on that project because it's not for me. I love being able to back my friends, not just with words, but with capital. I love being able to try new things. I love being able to hire 100 people to work on projects that I just care about existing. I love it. And anybody that talks about money as some kind of evil thing, usually what they're referring to is inherited wealth or extracted wealth, which I agree can be very, very poisonous. So I divide. Whenever I meet somebody who's successful, right? So they've got to the 8-figure level, all right? I view, just as in terms of engaging in capitalism, there's all these figures out there you can go get, right? There's all these numbers you can go put into your world. And if somebody who's made kind of $10 million plus in their own life is very interesting to me. Now, someone who's inherited 100 million is not interesting to me in the slightest. If your sole contribution to society is breathing and signing on a trust document at the age of 18, you're not very interesting, right? Usually your daddy was on the right patch of sand or snow, and you've achieved absolutely nothing in your life and not struggled. Now, conversely, I've been exposed to some of the youngest billionaires in the world, right? Which the Collisons, the co-founders of Stripe, John and Patrick, Vitalik and several of the early Ethereum people, and then a whole bunch of other people I can't mention just yet, who have created things in their life that have created trillions of dollars of wealth for other people. Like Stripe's economic impact literally moves the GDP of countries now. And Ethereum's economic impact I think will do the same. Certainly it's on paper, created trillions of dollars of wealth. I think that trillions of dollars of value I'm not really sure about yet with crypto. We've got a long way to go. But I couldn't really comment on two things that have irritated me for basically 20 years, which is the phrase death and taxes. Really hated that phrase. And then the phrase money doesn't make you happy. For 20 years I've disliked them, since I was kind of 15. And I couldn't comment because I hadn't really paid any taxes, because I wasn't very successful, I wasn't making any money, and I didn't know whether money would make me happy or not. And now I can comment on both those things because I've paid enormous amounts of taxes to California and the US federal government. And I've made enough money where I can buy homes in cash. And let me tell you, it feels great. It feels fucking awesome. And if any kid is going through my YouTube and clicks on this video, I just want to say, if you want to make money, awesome. Now, do not try to make money at any price. So there were several opportunities for me to get involved with very, very, very spurious people in the crypto ecosystem. And the people that did make that choice, they've made much more money than me, way more money than me. But they're going through enormous legal issues. They cannot return to America. And quite frankly, most of the people who ever partnered up with them hate them. So I'm not saying you want to make money at any cost. It's like, I admire people who sell acid and mushrooms, but I don't admire people who sell crack and fentanyl, because those people have traded off money for humanity. But I can tell you that every single success and failure I've had, most of my successes have been betting on people that are just magical, and nearly all my failures have been my own. And that level of accountability comes when you actually engage in capitalism and startups and you get your head taken clean off. All right? From the age of 17, I've been building businesses on the internet. I've been building websites since I was 13. And nearly everything I've shipped, nearly every app I've made, nearly every website I've worked on, nearly every company I've started has been an unmitigated and uncomplicated disaster because I am not good at most things. I'm not good at management. I'm not very good at talking to people clearly. I'm not good at showing up regularly. I'm not good at routine. I'm not good at structure. I'm not good at Zoom. I'm not good at loads of things. And as a result, I've been fired. My entire team has walked out on me. My companies have nearly gone bankrupt. Most of the apps that I've shipped have got no users and certainly no earnings before income tax and deductions. But through all of that, I have met some crazily amazing founders and I just tried to help. And 99% of the time, those founders have been very generous to me. Either they have let me invest incredibly low valuations, or they have just given me a share of their company or their project. And of those 30 to 100 opportunities that have kind of come across my way, like a varying size-ish, I couldn't even count the numbers, 3 have just absolutely knocked it out of the park. They've knocked it out of the park in such a ridiculous way that I literally don't know what I'm going to do with myself when all of this stuff becomes liquid. And I can tell you it's made me really happy because most of my career, day to day, has been abject, painful, excruciating failure. Tons of people telling me that I was wrong. Lots of people walking out on me or saying they don't want to work with me. And lots of loss, enormous amounts of credit card debt, and an exasperating amount of me not connecting with capitalism. And it's all my fault because I'm a very difficult individual. I'm a very motivated individual. I'm a very intense individual. And that is to do with my character and it's to do with my bipolar, which we can talk about at some point. But I am way happier now. I don't have to worry about the next month's bills. And one of the things I talk about a lot is the creativity I've been able to exert in the last half a decade is because I had 1 year of money in the bank about 5 years ago when ETH went to $10. That was when I hit 1 year of cash in the bank. And that didn't make me happy. It made me back to zero. It's like it removed all the unhappiness from my financial situation. Being able to focus on the next year instead of the next week was like, it was like when you see into a further distance. Like when you're at a screen, you're like here and you can only focus here. and then you stand on the top of a mountain and your eyes look into the distance and you relax. That's what it feels like to just have 1 year of savings. And one of the things I say to people is, like, before you become wealthy, why don't we just try and get you 1 year of savings? Like, what do we have to do to get you to the point where you have got 12 months of cash just sat there, not in a money market account, not in some kind of crazy ass investment, not in some kind of savings account, just cash sat there. And given what goes down with the banks at the moment, I would have it 50% in physical cash. And it freed me up creatively, getting to zero. So when my net worth got to zero and my cash in the bank got to 1 year, the weight that lifted off my skull, I cannot articulate it enough. I cannot emphasize how much that relaxed me. So that was when I got to zero. And in terms of net worth, a cat. Little cat's walked in. It's nice. Hello there. Coming out the rain. Hello, cat. Hello. Very nice. So that was when I got to zero. And in terms of net worth, and it's when I got to, hey there. Hey there. Hello. And I had 1 year in the bank. And so that was when I kind of was a infinitely large amount of my mind felt calmer. And I was able to kind of start processing reality and making plans and thinking about the future. And then ETH went to $1,000 and my net worth went up to several million on paper. I did not bring that out of the bull run in 2018, 2019 or 2017, 2018. But that was when I started to feel like, okay, I've done something useful for the world. That tiny little bit of time I invested in helping Ethereum get off the ground was valuable to humanity in some sense. I didn't know why, and I only kind of figured that out 5 years later, but I think I got some sense for what was going on, and I started to feel valued, and that made me a lot happier. Because I do think that if you are trying to build startups for a decade and it doesn't work out for you, you haven't been listening to humanity. And if I was to boil down why money makes me happy, it's because I view it now as a barometer of my level of understanding of humanity. Like, if I spend the next 30 years of my career building things that humanity really needs, not wants, needs, and that humanity will reward me because they like those things, they like those products, they like those services, they like those objects, they like those tools. And if I fail to do that, I should see my money and wealth go sideways or down. And so if I was to boil down what it is about money that makes me happy, it's not the digits in a bank account. It's knowing that I can make things for humanity that humanity wants. It's knowing that I can create physical objects or digital tools or services for people that they appreciate so much that they write me letters, that they send me direct messages, that they make videos about it. And I have only, after 20 years of building things on the internet and on computers and software, started to realize that's what it's all about. Like, as in, that really is what it all boils down to. Because when I was younger, I was like, I just need to make money, I need to make money. And now I'm like, I want to create tools for humanity. I want to make things that people need. So I think I'm going to leave this video here. It's about 15 minutes. And it's really helpful for me to start pitching these things and explaining these things. And it's almost like talking to just one person watching the stream matters to me more than 60,000 people on Twitter. which is quite powerful. All right, thanks everyone.